Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring my Chanel starter kit picks. Thank you so much if you tuned into the previous video where I highlighted 5 items from Chanel that I thought would be great starter kit picks. Because they are versatile, I think they will work on most skin tones. These also rise above the rest in terms of other products that are out there in different lines, as well as within the Chanel line. And these are items that I pull for frequently. I'll be taking you through a day to evening look. So using the same palette for day and evening, and then switching out the lip, gosh, I think 3 times. So I do love their lipsticks, but let's go ahead and get started. A few foundation options in the recommendations video. Today though, I'm using the Sublimage L'Essence de Teint, and this is the one that is the most luxurious of the foundations that I've tried. And I have mine in B40. This one works quite well. You can see there. It's not too far off. It just glides on so easily. It does come with a brush, but I prefer the SHISEIDO brush with it. I just love this brush with any foundation. It makes any foundation better. Really quite seamless skin enhancing foundation. I do try so many foundations, but this is one I'll go back to time and time again for a really elegant finish on the skin. I used this recently in a video and actually performed quite well on the darker areas. It's the color corrector in Pesh. I also used it under my eyes. It wasn't so bad, but I'm gonna try something really quick here. Let's go ahead and add it to the dark areas. And you can see there's some nice coverage, medium coverage on this foundation, but let's perfect it a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not requiring as much concealer these days, so it's helping a lot in terms of not building up so much texture. Okay, so that actually did a nice job. So if you have a lot of discoloration, I wouldn't use this because it will build up texture. But if you have a little bit of discoloration, which is amazing that I can even say that I have a little bit of discoloration at this point, then I think this one's fine. But I wanted to try something. I want to try adding a little bit of the Luggage Water Fresh Tint, this one in medium. I want to mix it with the color corrector just to thin it out a little because it's a bit dry for me right under the eye. Let's see what this does. It's a little experiment we're trying here. So just mixing it here on the back of my hand. We'll see how it goes. It might not work, but let's try. This is actually a really nice texture. We'll see how it dries down. So I know you can refresh under the eye as well with the Water Fresh Tint. Okay, I kind of actually like that better. I'll see how it dries though. Going in with CHANTECAILLE, I don't have an eye base by Chanel, so we've got the CHANTECAILLE Next Generation Eye Base in medium. We'll use the Chanel loose powder, see how it goes today. It's kind of like hit and miss. Sometimes it will do a nice job without showing the discoloration, and sometimes it doesn't. That's a really, really pretty foundation. Let's go in with cream bronzer. Got the deep shade, I think it's called Tan Deep Bronze. And then I have this shade, which is lighter. I'm gonna use both. So that way you'll see both as well. I take this hourglass brush because it's tapered on the end and use that as a bit of a contour. You can see the shadow it creates. Of course, we'll blend that in, but that's a nice color for there. And then we'll take the lighter shade, just apply it here so you can see. It's actually, let's do this. I'll apply it here. You can see what that looks like. So you've got this lighter shade versus the deeper shade. So you can see why I want to blend it in with this. So I'm just taking the lighter shade and just buffing this in. So you can see the difference there. Bronzed versus not bronzed. Just gives a little dimension to the face. This is the deep shade. Yeah, nice and deep. Take this lighter shade and buff. Bronzer really keeps things from looking like a mask because I get more dimension, more focus in the center of my face. And actually my coloring, I've said it before, is kind of like this anyway. The lighter parts are in the center of my face and then it just is more tan, especially on my forehead. So we're gonna go in with a non-Chanel eyebrow pencil. I'm loving this one. This is the Florasis eyebrow pencil. Okay, you've got to be a really good brow pencil to take me away from the Gucci pencil. It's really good. And we've got the Dior Show On Set Brow in 032. We're gonna go in with the eye now, so this is a nice base to go with. So whether it's day or evening, I think this is a really beautiful, like a skin enhancing kind of base. I'm just looking at this foundation, it's really beautiful. It's really seamless, very, very elegant on the skin. We'll do something kind of subtle, and then we'll take it up to more of an evening. Again, Tisse Rivoli, I'm taking this shade right here. And this does pull cooler, which is why I like this palette so much. You can do a one and done with this one. This is a Chantecaille Shade and Sweep brush right now. So I've just added the one color. Next, we're going to take this color right above it, and we're going to use that as a crease color. Really simple. I'm going to take the lightest shade here and just put that in the middle of my eyelid. Okay, I'm just going to add some mascara and then we'll see what it looks like from there. No eyeliner yet. I've just gone in with the Chantecaille Faux Seal Longest Lash Mascara. That is my most elegant mascara. Always looks beautiful, never clumps, doesn't flake. I love that one. I also went in with a little bit of that leftover concealer and the concealer that was on the brush and just applied it here. So this Clé de Peau concealer brush, and I just went like this just to clean up the sides. That's another reason why I love that brush. And I didn't add any mascara to the bottom yet. So I thought we'd leave it there for a moment, let the lashes dry. I have not added eyeliner either. So you could go with something really casual like this again, which is why I love that palette so much. It's really versatile. We're gonna go in with blush while we let this dry. And I'm gonna show you a more casual lip. I've got number here 68 Rose Ecrin. And this is, I think, one of my most versatile blushes. This is a Ray Morris Mini Kabuki brush. Yeah, it's just such an easy blush to wear. It goes on really kind of softly at the beginning, so you can build it up. It's not too intense. I think will work for many skin tones. It kind of is neutral for me. And I will often use this as a base for other blushes. Yeah, it's such a pretty one. I was looking around my lipsticks to find some great options, and I forgot I left one on here. So that's actually the one I'm going to show you. So I put this on and I put a little lip balm on, so let me remove it. So we just got my natural lip color here. We're going in with the Rouge Coco Bloom in 110 Chance. And the ones that I picked are really some of the most well-loved products. So that's why I'm recommending these, because they are more tried and true than other products that I have by Chanel. They are lovely, but these are the ones I tend to pull for. So if you wanted a simple daytime look, really uncomplicated eye here, blush, and this lip. Easy to replicate, very pulled together kind of look, but not too much work at all. And it's looks like a very effortless look, in my opinion. I think it looks quite effortless. So we're gonna put a little bit more effort into an evening look. We're gonna take the deepest shade, let me hold it this way, the deepest shade. We're going to add that to the outer corner. And this is quite intense. I love this one. So I'm adding it to the exterior corner here. And some people ask, why do I put mascara before I'm totally done? Because I want you to see the whole look with mascara, because I think it really pulls it together for the daytime. I feel like you didn't get the full effect without it. So I'm just adding it right here to the exterior corner. You can see how easily this blends, and you'll see the impact it makes. Just on the corner here. Okay, so you can see right away, it just intensified everything. I'm gonna take another brush here. I'm gonna take this one right here. I'm going to take a fluffier brush. This one actually is kind of large, but I can't find a smaller one right now. I'm gonna take it on this brush and just blend these a little bit further up to the brow. So there you go, really easy. I'm gonna take another brush, this Esom brush, it's a T05. I'm gonna take that darkest shade again, right here, and I'm going to just press this along the lash line on the bottom. And then what I'm gonna do is take this again and use it as a liner on the top. And I usually will just stop right here and go to the end because if I add eyeliner here, it'll close up my eye a little bit because there's so little space there. So I just stop right here, right in the middle. So depending on your eye shape. I'm gonna take this Chantecaille eye kajal in black. It's such a good one. I'm going to tight line with it. There's the lid. I'm gonna tight line with this. So there's a difference between a daytime eye, very simple, and then evening. I just added again this deep shade right here and I tight lined. So it looks like my lashes are fuller. I didn't do anything differently with the mascara. I didn't add, it was this pencil right here that just makes them look like they're more full getting to the base. Okay, let me even out the eyes. So now that we're evened out, I'm going to change the lip. You can stick with this lip if you like it. I personally like this kind of a lip just for every day. It's a little bit less intense. So when I put a bold lip on, it's quite bold. But we will go to a bold lip now. So I'm gonna change this out. I'm gonna go in with the iconic Rouge V, and I've done a couple of classes with Chanel online, and they typically will use Rouge V because it is such a classic color. It's number 58. So you can see there how it changes up this look, and then I'm going to take this color again and just put it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to just pat this on as a pop of color on the cheeks. And they actually showed this as just the blush color, which I think is a really great idea. A little goes a long way, so that's why I put it on the back of my hand first, because I don't know how much is going to end up on my cheeks if I just dot it directly on my cheeks. Then taking my Chantecaille Perfect Blur Powder, I'm going to just mesh those together. So stamp here in the front, and then I'll run this along the edges like this and on top. So it just blurs it a little bit, makes it a little bit more seamless. You can see there, you can still see the skin coming through even that pop of color. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of Rêve de Camellia on the cheekbones. Bridge of the nose. Then Cupid's bow. Inner corner. Now I just checked the playback, and I think I can add a little bit more of that deeper color because it gets kind of lost when my eyes are like relaxed. You can see it like this, but when I relax my eyes, it gets a little lost. Just a little bit more of this deepest shade right here. Oops, right here. And we're going to add that. And I don't recall if I mentioned I added some of the Chantecaille Fauxia Longus Lash to the bottom lashes. I'm just taking the deepest shade also and adding a little bit more down here. Okay, and then just one more because I love Chanel lipsticks. I've got here one of the newest lip products. This is a one where you can interchange these. They pop out and you can refill them or put in a new shade. This is 822. And I've removed, you can see it leaves a stain behind, but I've removed the other one. I think that's it for lipsticks for now. I could go on forever with their lipsticks. They are so lovely, so many different formulas. Let me know if you have any tips and tricks that you'd like to share with us regarding any of the products that I used today, or if you have other ideas around great starter kit items. We'd love to hear it in the comment section below, as well as any other questions you may have. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.